As life gets busy, we get to get better at becoming more innately aware of whether or not we're living a disconnected way. This is important because it impacts the way we take care of ourselves through our health and well-being. It impacts our relationships, but it also strongly impacts our level of productivity and efficiency at work, and can have a negative impact on our core values, our mission, our purpose, our integrity, that then hinders the joy and satisfaction that we all somewhat need. I don't like to use the word need, but that we thrive in. You know, if you don't have that validation or that satisfaction and fulfillment, life can feel a bit purposeless. And the purposelessness is where disconnect can really play factor in. So when I was going through my own journey, being able to confront disconnect wasn't easy. A lot of the times we are unaware of why we do what we do, let alone really checking in on, based on our thoughts, based on our beliefs, based on our habits, who am I being in my doing? So I wrote a letter in my coaching practice through my certification process to help kind of have a farewell or a send-off to the methodology of living from a disconnected state. So I wrote a letter, and it goes as this: Dear Disconnect, I am ashamed to admit how much I've relied on you lately, and want to take a moment to acknowledge you for all the hard work that you've done. No one deserves to be taken advantage of like this. So I would like to set some new boundaries on how we should move forward. When I think back to when it all started, it's somewhat of a blur. As a child, I was unable to understand what was happening. Fast forward to adolescence and as a young adult, I used to use safety mechanisms to protect me. And throughout my corporate, professional, and entrepreneurial phase, you served well as a destructive distraction. All of this time, I've been using you and abusing you to either keep me safe or beat me up further. Your ability to build a mask and manipulate the mind is impeccable. And to that point, I'm surprised I still have any friends and family left after my poor behavior. Not to mention your silent strength of doing nothing, but doing everything possible to avoid conflict. This included sweeping pain under the rug, placating unwanted reality with food, substances, and other such external factors, or turning me into a harmful villain that uses cowardly communication to resolve conflict. I cannot imagine how exhausted you must be. When I think about the time, energy, and physical effort it takes to multitask, managing emotions, manipulating reality, and pushing people away, I am in awe. Never catching a poor break to feel something except disconnect. Alone, automated, depressed, heavy, lethargic, numb, predictable, and stagnant. This is your reality. That is your reality. You leave me asking, what am I doing with my life? What is the purpose of all of this? Where did the erotic, playful partner I fell in love with go off and disappear to? How come everything seems like a battle to overcome? Why can I not seem to get through to my children? Who am I? What makes me me? Where am I emulating my values, dreams, and my truth? All of these questions are a necessary exercise in human evolution. However, sometimes you are too good at your job, and you prevent others from doing it because of the uncertainty that resides in being connected. The truth I have realized is with you present, I cannot feel alive. You box me into a preconceived space where your method of protection forces me to try and survive without necessary tools I was born with. If I want to experience any sense of connected living, euphoric bliss, and illuminated success, I cannot have you in my life. For a long time, I avoided changing my perception and my mindset to create something different because of the work it was going to take. No one likes to address their inner critic or self-evaluate their destructive patterning. The work and mindset shifts were enough to stop me in my tracks before I could even get started. But here I am, alone, disconnected, and wildly unfulfilled, believing my reality can be different, but knowing this mindset and the way of life will not work. World-renowned lecturer, consultant, educator, and author Karen Kaiser Clark once said, "Life is change, growth is optional, choose wisely." So here I am, making the choice to eliminate you from my ecology. You are no longer to be a part of my operating system, because it turns out I have a lot to give to this world. Every individual does. But I cannot give it if I do not feel. So it is time to effectively become an applied being eternally connected with myself, with others, for the world. Good riddance. The Successful Creative Mindset. So if this resonates with you, I strongly encourage you to get the Successful Minds, Tips to Living a Purposeful, Productive, and Happy Life. But nonetheless, if what I just read about being disconnected and feeling and living from that space, it is temporary. It takes work, it takes accountability, and there are specific systems and strategies that you can have and apply. So please reach out, because feeling is what you are meant to do, and life is much better with it. So have a great day.